I'm sure you've all heard different things about sleep. Some things you hear might even confuse you a lot, considering the fact that they blatantly contradict each other. So, as usual, I decided to sort through myth and fact and show you guys what I found out. So without any further rambling, let's begin. So the first myth is more of a combination of different people's views on sleep. That being how much sleep you really need to get every night. Some sources say 10 hours, some say 8, and others say all you need to function is 2. No wonder we're all confused about this. So the first thing that I sorted out is the big fact that we are all different. I know, mind blown. Sarcasm aside though, this applies even to sleep. Some people need more sleep than others. This is usually defined by age, normal stress levels, diet, and other similar factors. Really, the best way to tell if you need more sleep is if you are feeling tired all day. I know, more mind-blowing stuff, but bear with me. There are some guidelines though into how much sleep you should be getting each night so as to stay healthy. According to the National Sleep Foundation, yes, there's a foundation for sleep. They give different sleep amounts depending on your age. Newborns from 0 to 3 months old need 14 to 17 hours a day. Infants from 4 to 11 months old need 12 to 15 hours of sleep a day. Toddlers age 1 and 2 need 11 to 14 hours a day. And preschoolers ages 3 through 5 need 10 through 13 hours of sleep a day. From ages 6 to 13, we need 9 to 11 hours a day, and teenagers need 8 to 10 hours each day. Young adults from 18 to 25 need 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day. Adults from ages 26 to 64 need 7 to 9 a day, and anyone older than that needs 7 to 8 hours a day. Granted, this doesn't mean that suddenly you're going to catch the plague or go insane if you get more or less than these ranges, but these are what have been determined as good, healthy amounts of sleep. Myth number 2 is one we've all likely heard. That is that sleep is like a bank. As long as you get a lot of sleep for 1 or 2 nights, you can go with little sleep for the rest. Truth is, that's the exact opposite of reality. Sleep isn't something you can just walk up to and say, "Oh, well, better deposit that sleep check I got lying around. Here's 12 hours of sleep. Now I don't have to sleep for the next 3 days." No, and no again. In fact, the healthiest thing to do is actually having a steady sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at regular times every day essentially programs our body into knowing when it should be sleeping and when it should be awake. In other words, by following a sleep schedule, we'll find that it's easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. That would be really nice, wouldn't it? Our third myth is about snoring. Snoring. We all hate it, especially when it keeps us up all night long. All night. However, this myth is about how many people believe that snoring is not harmful. Truth is, while for most people it isn't really dangerous nor harmful, it can be a sign of sleep apnea to others. Sleep apnea is usually characterized by slight pauses in breathing while sleeping. This can cause strain to the heart and cardiovascular system, which is definitely dangerous. So snoring isn't always as harmless as you think. The next myth is literally life-threatening. It has to do with driving while being tired. If you are tired while driving, please take a nap. There is a common belief that opening a window, turning up the radio, or similar actions keeps the driver awake. Truth is, those do absolutely nothing to help. If you are tired, just pull over and take a nap rather than risk your life and the lives of everyone around you. With the next myth, it's more of a cool fact that I at least didn't know until I started researching for the video. The myth is that during sleep, our brain is resting. Apparently, that's not actually quite true. Yes, during sleep our brains are recharging, but that does not mean that it's resting. In fact, it's quite active, still regulating blood pressure, various chemical levels, and similar actions. That makes sense though. Otherwise, how could we be dreaming if our brain was turned down? I can at least attest that several of my dreams prove that my mind is very much active while sleeping, although a bit crazy and weird. Maybe that's just me though. And with that, our fact and fiction about sleep is done. If you learned something new today, please feel free to smack that like button. Although, actually, I'd suggest just clicking it, as smacking it might hurt your hand a bit. But hey, anywho, feel free to comment below any life questions you have, and I'll see if I can answer them in an upcoming video. Regardless, always remember to stay awesome.